What's going on, people? So I've been doing a couple of these little reviews where I talk about something that came along before the channel started, right? So before January 2019. Well, I guess technically before like maybe November-ish of 2018, because, if you want to get specific. But either way, older stuff that never really got talked about outside of maybe some short videos or whatever. And so I was planning to just maybe do like one a month, but now that Air Max month is coming around, I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'll throw some more of these out there, just to kind of fill in some more of the dead space or whatever. Because, there's not a whole lot that's going to be happening here on this particular channel for a little while. Because I'm not buying as many shoes right now since not as many things are appealing. So it is one of those things. And it's Air Max month anyway, so I like to kind of highlight what I can. So I'm going to knock these things out real quick right there, not in any real particular order. I'm starting with these. Because it's like the first Air Max 1 that I got, and I happen to remember that for some reason. But the other stuff is just kind of how I grabbed it. So either way, and it's not obviously going to be separate videos, but if you're wondering why there's so many things out here and you're thinking this is going to be a quick breeze through of a bunch of things, no, it's just these right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this, like I was saying right here, was my first ever Air Max 1. And it's not even like it's going to be a standard Air Max 1 either. It's an Ultra Moire. I'm not even sure how to really pronounce that last word or whatever. But that's what it is. So as you look at it, you see like the upper material. Actually, I happen to have a pair of other Air Maxes right here. Very different, right? Obviously, they don't all have a lot of leather and stuff, but it's a very different look overall, right? If you've seen Air Max 1s in the past, you already kind of knew that. But it is pretty interesting, And the other thing that I really like about these is that they have this reflective stuff down around the bottom. You can't quite tell by looking at it. It probably does look a little bit weird. But once you get in there and I didn't even know it at first until I happened to take a picture and didn't turn the flash off. Then they have that going on, which is pretty cool, right? But none of that stuff. I didn't know any of that stuff when I bought these. Also, since it is an Ultra, it does have a different style outsole too, right? So again, pretty different. I'm not going to slip any pictures after the fact or whatever for the most part, so that'll have to do. But like I said, when I got these, it was my first Air Max 1. I didn't even really know what to expect. I was just walking around in the outlets, and this happens to be the receipt that came out of the box. So this would have been, where is the date on here? It was somewhere in Texas near the El Paso outlets, whatever that was called, and Encanutelo? What? I did not say that right. I said it as I was reading it. Came out all wrong. I know there's different pronunciations with the double L's and stuff. Either way, saw it down here 2016. So September 24th, 2016 was the date I got my first Air Max 1, which went on to become one of my favorite Air Max models, right? It's in the top 5. I don't rank anything 1 to 5 or anything. I just know that it's in that category. I did a video about that a while ago. If you care to see it, it's on the internet. And probably linked somewhere around above when I just said that. But I was walking around in the outlet, I saw these, and for what, $53? Seemed kind of cool, right? I didn't have a whole lot of shoes back then. They looked like they'd be comfortable and stuff to walk around in, and they are. So I picked them up, right? And then it made me like Air Maxes a bit more, because at that time I'd really only been buying like the yearly Air Maxes, like the 2010s or the 2009s, things of that nature, right? So seeing something like this, it was just all new to me, So it was a whole world opened up after buying these. And after that, none of it was even remotely similar to what I started with, other than just kind of like the general vibe of the silhouette to an extent, right? Because again, it's very different. But yeah, I picked these up, and I don't wear these a lot, I probably wore them a lot back then or whatever. But nowadays, having so many shoes, what sucks about that, it sucks a lot actually, is that I like the majority of the things that I have, and I would like to wear them all more, but it's just not going to happen because, again, there's only so much time in the day and all that stuff, right? So many days in the week, I only got the 2 feet. It just doesn't work, right? So I wear the stuff when I can, but it also in a way makes you appreciate it a little bit more when you do break it out. So stuff like this, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's an amazing piece of footwear or anything. It's okay, right? There are a lot of things that are a lot better, but there's a little sentimental stuff going on with this one, which gives it some extra points. And again, the 3M is pretty flashy, no pun intended, but at the same time, I didn't avoid it. I saw it coming, but either way. So yeah, just wanted to sit here, bring these up for a little bit, give them a highlight outside of just a 60-second clip that like a bunch of people will just kind of not really watch and just look at the thumbnail of. So maybe this will hit some more eyes and people go, oh wow, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know how people respond to these videos. Sometimes it's just like, cool, man. You know, they say, like, oh, those are cool shoes, or keep the videos going, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So either way, from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it's wherever you are. I'm going to move on, talk about these up here next, and then so on and so forth through the rest of this little lineup. Later, people.